All right, cool. All right, man. Hey, my name is Cheeto. And then guys? But it's also switchfoot and something. Yeah. So. I'm the head roaster. I do all our cupping sessions, which has to do with tasting the coffee. I do a lot of our training behind the bar, a lot of what we call the green sourcing, which sourcing coffee, making relationships with farmers from different places and different importers and stuff like that. And so that's what I do here. So I started off roasting here at Jitters, I want to say about, man, I'm going to go on a limb and say 10 years ago. And when we first started roasting, or at least when I got introduced to roasting, it was an automatic roaster. Like an air bed, what they call like a fluid bed air roaster. So you push a button and that automation process just starts, and it's just kind of, the beans are just tossing the green seed, or the green beans, what we call that in coffee, is just tossed by air, hot air, and that temperature rises, that temperature then declines, and at some point you have the roast that you're trying to achieve for whatever roast color, whether that's light, medium, dark, as we know it today. And that's what I started roasting on. And so as time went on, I got more and more curious, because I was the only one doing it at some point. And I started to order different parts, different pieces to that same roasting machine as they updated it, and as that company grew, and as just things got updated in as far as technology and whatnot. Got a computer, hooked up a couple of parts, and began to see readings on computers, see what was actually happening in the roaster, temperatures. Still did not have a clue of what was happening or what the heck was going on in the roaster. But I began to read, I began to kind of jump on forums, began to order books, began to just kind of see for myself, hear things in the roaster, and started to ask questions to the books, I guess. And that's how I started. One of the reasons why I'm still here is because a year into, I would say, my coffee career here at Jitters, I began helping. And then a full year in, I remember tasting a coffee, and it just blew my mind. And since that day, I have yet to taste coffee the same. I don't know what it was that day, right? It could have been my palate was, I don't know, something was going on, but I tasted coffee just like I would every day. I sipped it, and something changed. Something clicked in my mind. Something went off on my palate. And like that week, I think I ordered every possible method that was on the market, and then just went all in. If I were to tell you what it takes to coffee roast, I think maybe you'd be discouraged, right? You'd be discouraged because at this point in the game, we're running all these lab things, and we're super guru-y about it, and it's the norm to us now, but it's super achievable. And so I think what I don't see a lot of today is just the sacrifice. It takes time, the patience, right? It takes and maybe not so much patience, but it takes you wanting to do it. And when you want to do something, you want to do something well, or you want to do it, it takes sacrifice. It takes you doing I want to say it takes you doing those things, like whether you're in a coffee place or whether you're at home. Like a lot of what and how I achieved what I've achieved up to now, like most of the testing, most of the like coffee brewing, most of the learning, yeah, it has been in and out of books, but I think has been hands-on. And like, yeah, Jitters has allowed me to do a lot, but like a lot has happened in my own home, like in my own place, like by myself, like being frustrated with myself, like being frustrated at making my own bad cups of coffee, like being frustrated with my own roasting. There was a point in, I want to say, my coffee career that I was just like ordering coffee from all over the place, from different roasters, big name roasters. And I became more about them than I became more about the stuff that I was roasting, right? So I began to really like just belittle myself, not knowingly, just be like, I would taste their stuff and I would put them like on this pedestal. I would see things and I would put them on this pedestal. And like little did I know that I was just squashing like the Cheeto inside of me, right? Like I was just like squashing the person inside of me that was trying to roast, right? That had been kind of given this responsibility, this role, and you're trying to achieve this flavor profile for a company years in, and like you're still like squashing yourself, like never really allowing yourself to be, never really allowing yourself, like giving yourself grace for the things like that you were doing. And so this mentor of mine said, like, how about you start tasting your own stuff? And I was like, I taste it. He's like, yeah, but I need you, like, I want you to taste your own stuff. Like, start tasting your own stuff every day. The stuff you roast, taste it the next day, and like taste it the next day after that, the next day after that. And I began to do that. And so like it kind of began to change a little bit, and I still didn't know what I was getting. I still didn't know what I was like trying to achieve. And one day he told me like, hey, do you have stuff from other roasters? And I said, yeah. I said, I always do. Like that's, you know, I love these people and I love this company. He's like, put them on the same table. Cup them with your same coffees. And he's like, and mix them up. Do it blindly, like challenge yourself. And I did it. And I took notes of the coffees. Some coffees blew my mind. Some coffees were like, right? And in the most humble way, some of the most favorite coffees on the table were some of my own. It took somebody to challenge me. It took somebody to like put that in front of me, to tell me. Like I'm super thankful to this day for that person, for that mentor in my life that is still in my life. It doesn't just challenge me in coffee, like challenges me like spiritually, challenges me physically, just challenges me like in my mind. And so it took that for me to like grow, for me to have the confidence, because I didn't always have the confidence that I have sitting in this chair right now, right? But now I do. Now I know what I'm able to achieve, what we're able to achieve. And even then we want to push the envelope and we want to do different things, and we still taste to this day. But like I tell our baristas, like I still tell myself, like taste your own product. Like that's the way you're going to learn. Like you do something, you learn from it. Like you learn from that action, like taste it, see if it's good. I think one of the biggest things that Jitters has ever like really thrived on is just really putting out quality. And so I would say from like hiring to the product we put out, to the product we order, to the coffee beans we receive, the partnerships we make, but also to the cafes that we open, right? And so we don't want to just go open up a cafe. Like I would say we want to open up a third and a fourth and a fifth, maybe in the future. But I would say that would have to be of quality, or else we wouldn't do it, right? .9% of why I'm here is, I think, faith, right? If it wasn't for the faith, if it wasn't for, I think, the loyalty that the Lord's allowed me to have to stick it out, I probably wouldn't be here doing like what I'm doing, right? And so coffee doesn't always pay. Like it's really never like, it's never really allowed me to be like, oh yeah, I can provide everything I want for my family. Now it's at that point, but I'm like, 15 years in the game, 14 years in the game, right? And so I think like, I think there was a point where it was just like, take it month by month, right? Like even 5, 6, 7 years in, like having the real, I think that's what people don't like. I'm married, I got kids now. Like, I don't think people see that side, like that aspect of like the conversations of like, hey, are you gonna get another job, right? Are you gonna do something else? Like, this isn't paying the bills. Like, this isn't gonna take care of kids in the future. And so like faith, right? Like my faith has had like a huge part in why I'm still here. Even in the sense that like, I think about the future, right? I think of like, where is my faith gonna take me? Like, where is my walk with the Lord? Like, will the Lord ever pull me away? Like, will my faith in Jesus and like when God calls me, or will God ever call me outside of here? But then I'm reminded, like, and I've been going through that, like maybe for the past couple of months, is like the what ifs, right? I'm not in control of it. Like, the only thing I'm in control of is having my faith in the Lord and being obedient to that. Even in that, like, I'm reminded of like where God has brought me. Be a student of the game. Ask the questions. Like, don't ever get to a point where you're the expert and you're the know-it-all. You just capped yourself. You just put yourself in a prison. Like, allow yourself to be free. Allow yourself to be like unchained, and allow yourself to be unhindered. Be a student and keep going and keep going and keep going. And when that changes, it changes. And when you're in that next portion in life, and when you're in that next stage of life, like, don't ever chain yourself. Like, don't ever get to that place, because then you cap yourself. You cap your mind, you cap your heart, you just cap what you're capable of doing, and you're capable of everything. Like, if you believe that you have a mind and a heart of Christ, like, dude, you can conquer the world, but you got to believe it for yourself. Like, you got to be free in that yourself. And like, that's kind of like, there's times where I'm discouraged, right? Like there's times where like, I feel like I'm chained, but I'm doing it to myself, right? It's like, I got to think about who I am in my faith, like what I believe in. I got to think about who I am in Christ, and who I am in Christ is like, I'm victorious in it all. Like, I can achieve, if I have the mind of Christ, like, there's no cap to me. There's no cap to what I can learn in the roaster. So even though I have frustrating days, like even though there's like, I have yet to achieve what I want to achieve, like, it's not over. Like, whether I achieve it that day, the next day, or in a year, like, I'll achieve it at some point. You know, I think that's where the drive comes from. Like, motivation will end at some point, right? You can have all the motivation in the world. I always used to say, like, I'm self-motivated, but I figured out that it's just the drive in me. There's something that drives me. There's something that drives me to come in every day, on hard days, on good days, and still do the things that I do, like still achieve the things that I achieve, whether I feel like I achieved them or not. Like, the fact that I get to breathe in air, and the fact that I get to speak, and the fact that I get to like do these things, it's not because I'm popular. It's just the opportunity arises. You say yes, you take it, you do it, and you run with it. And so, yeah, that's what's next, I think.